Rob, we're coming out of winter in a lot of different parts of the country,
Yep.
and we have some places, yards, sports fields, golf courses that have some winter damage. They need some
hmm
help. What are
Yep.
your
Well,
thoughts on recovery after a tough winter?
no, definitely. I mean, we had a really weird winter. You're in Minneapolis. You didn't get any snow hardly. That
We have no
never happened.
moisture.
No moisture. So you got drier than average conditions. Other areas we had heavy snow, so you have potential for snow mold damage. A lot of areas now, even like a lot of the golf courses. I got a couple friends that run golf courses on the western slope here, and we had a nice winter out over on the western slope. Those guys golf all the time; they're never closed. So we're just constantly wearing out the turf, whether it's from not lack of moisture, traffic, disease damage. We're wearing out the turf. So we got to come out. We got to do something. I have a lot of guys that talk about, I got to clean this up. I got to have it ready to go for Memorial Day. They got a goal date. They're like, I need my turf to look perfect by Memorial Day. That's what we have to do. So we have to do a recovery program. And I think we got some great products in our gravity liquid line to help facilitate recovery. Obviously, PGS, getting more root growth. If we have to do some overseeding, this is a great time to overseed. We aerate, we open up those areas that were damaged. We want to put seed down, and then we want to put some PGS down and keep it on a PGS program for the next month or so, month and a half, to help facilitate that recovery. AMP, Gravity L AMP, that's another one. When we're trying to recover areas, when we're trying to produce root mass, and we're trying to produce root growth, we're trying to improve germination. Having that extra phosphorus there is going to really help out. Plus, we got some kelp in the jug, so we're going to be able to then have that benefits of that natural kelp, all those colloidal minerals and plant hormones that we get out of kelp. So that's two great products for a combination. I take those products in many instances, and for turf grass especially, I'll add in some nitrogen. And when I add in nitrogen, I'll try to find I'll use a soluble. I'd like to have some with some nitrate nitrogen if possible, or some ammonium sulfate, something that's going to be quick and readily available to the plant. So those products are going to help facilitate that performance of that nitrogen and help really start to get that turf back to where it's actively growing, bring it out of dormancy, and then be able to have it ready to go for Memorial Day. I think something that also gets looked over in these recovery programs is in like your instance where you had very, very abnormally dry conditions. We got to get that soil wet again. We have to get that soil to want to hold water. And when that soil dried out more than it normally does, or we're in other parts of the country, again, where we're not in a snow situation, but we got less than average rainfall, we got really dry soils. That dry soil is very hydrophobic when it dried down like that. So it's going to take a little bit to get it wet again. So it's a great opportunity, along with these products that we're going to spray, to add a wetting agent, help to get that soil to rehydrate. If we're not able to do liquids, wetting agents, granulars. Put some AquaCare granular out to help to facilitate getting that water back into the soil as we get natural rainfall in the spring and we get the irrigation activated. So we can do a great job with our seeding, with our mechanical activities, with our nutritional products from the Gravity liquid line, but getting the soil to re-wet is really important on a good recovery program.
Yeah, it's a great point, Rob. I think in the spring, especially, soil is going to be the most important to focus on. So making sure you got those nutrients loaded in there, you got your PGS, humates, wetting agents all ready to go.
El
Make sure
Camino,
great
another great product to add into these programs, potentially getting those benefits from the amino acids, getting that increased plant health, and all of those amino acids. Because this is a situation again where as we're coming out of dormancy, the plant can make these amino acids that are vital for many of its metabolic processes, but maybe they're not able to. The plant needs to recover and get out of dormancy a little farther so that we can start to make amino acids in the plant. So let's facilitate and add some that the plant can then utilize in its metabolic processes.
You got it. That's great info. Thank you, Rob.
Yep. Thank you.